Well, I wasn't planning on making a video today, but with the news of Alan Sheehan being sacked as Swansea City manager, we sort of had to. Alan Sheehan has left Swansea City 18th in the Championship after 15 games played on 17 points. We are 7 points, off the bottom three, 8 points off playoffs, and it's the right decision. We have looked absolutely awful this season under Alan Sheehan, which is a complete contrast to the 2 times he took charge as interim boss, of course. Before Luke Williams was appointed, he took charge then for a few games and got a few results. And then most recently, last season, after Luke Williams was sacked in February, of course, Sheehan had some really positive outcomes and results, and we even went 5 wins in a row in the Championship. After that point, I think you had to give him the job on a full-time basis. We were playing some really nice football. And over the summer, a lot of money has been invested into the club. And somehow, we've backtracked a lot. And the owners, of course, obviously share the ambition as a lot of the fans. And it's the perfect time to say, thank you very much, Alan. But it's time to move on. He deserved a shot at the job. I said this for a long time. But if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. And we've got to make sure we're quick to act on it, which is what we've done, thankfully. The game against Ipswich was just the final straw, really. We've known really for about a month now it's not going to work. Since the Leicester game, we were dreadful. Go away to Southampton, we get a point, but it should have been about 6-0 Southampton, and that is no exaggeration. If you watched the game, you would have seen we should have been absolutely out of sight within 5 minutes of that game. Even the game against Norwich that we've won recently, we looked dreadful, and that's only thanks to Zan Vopotnik's 2 brilliant goals. We just don't create anything going forward, and if you're going to be a Swansea City manager and you don't play out on the floor and you're not getting results, it's not going to work, is it? There has to be something to believe in, and there's just nothing with Sheehan at the moment. As I say, he's done a terrific job in both his other spells, and he deserved the job on a full-time basis, but it hasn't worked out. And we've moved on, which is the correct decision. Now, the big talking point is who will come in to replace him. Well, we've got Bristol City in 11 days' time on the 22nd. Today is, of course, Remembrance Day. And the runners at the moment for the job are Hellberg, a coach who was apparently in the run-in to become the Swans manager in the summer before the Swans give it to Sheehan. A lot of other names have been flying around. Russell Martin, I'd love to see him back, but at the same time, wherever he's been, he's caused a split in that fan base. And at Swansea, he had a bit of success, to be fair, especially against Cardiff in the derbies. But as soon as he comes in, if it is to be Martin, half of the fan base are going to be against him, so it's just not going to work. We need someone who all the fans can get behind, start fresh, and really have a good go at the season, because we're only 15 games in and we're close to top and bottom. We can swing either way. We can still achieve something this season, which I'm glad we've made the decision now to sack Sheehan, so we can still rescue the season instead of being mid-table once again, another waste of a season. No, I'm glad we're showing the ambition of actually trying to make something out of this season and not just waste it. Other names like Brendan Rodgers, I would absolutely love down here. Of course, he got Swans promoted to the Premier League before, but I do think it's slightly out of range. Other names then are like Michael Carrick, who was, of course, left Middlesbrough in the summer. I'd like Carrick, but at the same time, he had a very good squad at Middlesbrough and failed to achieve anything with that squad as well. So question marks over him. There's quite a few managers out there at the moment, of course. One that I would like to see return to Swansea is Carlos Carvajal. I really did like him here. It probably won't happen, that one. But let's wait and see who does replace Sheehan as Swansea City manager. Not the news I was expecting. I thought if they were going to sack him, it would have been on Sunday or Monday. That hasn't been the case. They've waited till Tuesday. It's a tough decision, but in the international break, when you have a bit of time, it's the best thing to do. I've already bought my ticket for Bristol City away. Now it's going to be the first game of the new manager. Hopefully they're appointed in time. In the statement where it says that Sheehan's departed, it makes no mention of an interim manager. Hopefully Darren O'Dea goes as well as Sheehan, because I think we just need a reset now, because last few managers we've sacked, we've kept the assistant manager or some of the backroom staff. Now we'll just clear out and start again, because we keep having stragglers left along, and somehow then they creep their way to the front, which isn't always a bad thing. But I think we just need to reset again and you know, get a focus together, get the Swansea way back. And a lot of people will say the Swansea way is fast attacking football on the floor. Sheehan was not doing that. Back in last season, there was some nice football being played, but this season, we do not create anything. You know, when we go forward, we just stop at the edge of the box and turn backwards. It's not the Swansea way. And once again, this will be brought up a lot, the Swansea way, as, of course, been a topic of, you know, a lot recently, especially when we've had Luke Williams and Russell Martin in, and Graham Potter in the last few years as well. So that'll be another big talking point regarding a new manager coming in. Well, I'll leave the video there. Breaking news is Sheehan has been sacked as Swansea manager. Who do you want to see replace him? For me, Carlos Carvajal. But who do I think will actually come in? I'd like to see Hellberg come in. I wouldn't say no to Russell Martin or Rodgers, but I do think we need a clean start. Thanks everyone for watching, and I'll see you in the next one very soon, guys. Take care. Goodbye.